Hello babes, welcome to Zava's Angle. It's your host Zava. How we all doing this week? Do not forget, first things first, no time to waste. Like my videos, subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. The previous ones, they are very meh. Share my videos, comment. Let's have an amazing time in this week. Okay babe, so straight up into this video, I'm excited talking about my university days. My university life is not something I ever thought like, oh, I will come to my channel and talk about. I promise that university students, most of them are on holidays this period. I have beautiful cousins. I know you have beautiful siblings, cousins, children in the university. Even you yourself watching it, you've probably been in university and you want to get some tips. But before we get to the real talk, which I'm going to give you the real life example of what happened in a university situation, I'm going to just tell you a bit of my university life. Freshman struggles. For me, adjusting to university was easy. Like from primary, secondary, I never used to cry. I just entered the class. The subjects were okay at first. Before engineering is not baby's play, you start asking yourself, this thing that computer will calculate, why are you making me calculate it? But engineers, like, you understand. It was a bit of stress, but we did it now. We graduated. Even if sometimes we got some D's, it's okay. We're trying to thrive and grow. I did not like school. That was a problem for me. I stopped liking school in SS3. As a secondary school student in SS3, some art students had some free break. I'll pretend like I'm an art student for some time and sleep somewhere because I was just tired of like the whole education. I felt like same boring stuff. Entering university, I tried to go to classes, but I just could not go to classes as much as I thought I would. Let me just tell you in advance, I graduated on time with my fellow mates. Like, still on freshman struggles. Let me tell you about the August rush. Hey! It was a big deal. At that time, my school was a Christian school and I was in a hostel called Esther Hall. For those that know will know, I'm not going to call the name of the school. Boys would come on the front and sit down. The hall officers, the porters, they will call and say your name, like someone's waiting for you outside. This person, he had already met me in class. Hi, I'd like to take you out, like let's go to cafeteria and eat and just talk. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know if I formed. So I came out of my hostel to come out and see him. We had people that used to chase boys and girls from meeting up together. He came and chased him. And he ran at first, then he looked back and saw me and stopped running and started walking and following me. Like, if they catch me, let they catch me. But I just went back into my room and like, I don't want stress. He called me back again and I came out. Yeah. Oh my God, was I so easy? It wasn't immediately. It took some months. Let me just say that to make myself feel better. I think it did take some months. He was a control freak. I didn't like it. We tried to date like 200. University love. Like, we didn't even get to do all those physical love things. What were we doing? Okay, maybe a bit of lip kissing. You don't want to get caught. You wanted to control how I walk. Stop making noise with your legs on the floor. When I stand up to dance in church, stop dancing too much. During the holidays, how we broke up was over him calling me 22 missed call in like 4 minutes. He kept calling. Nah, I couldn't do it. That was the end of that freshman guide in 200 level. Let me talk about campus life. I do not have a favorite memory of me being in school. I do have memories I can't forget. Some memories that are very triggering. One of the memories that I'm going to speak about was one time when we had a concert in school called White. We used to have this worship hymn in the evening. My school was a Christian school. Program was going on in the chapel. It was just opposite the library. The program was done. Coming out of the program, a friend of mine was coming out of the library, a guy, and it was just about 7:02. The program ended by 7, so you just come out like immediately. I see this person, we greeted each other, hugged. Bosses, the student disciplinary community, MSS, we should come. Why did we hug? We are pairing. They give us an offense form to fill, and if you fill offense form, you're facing MSS, and those people that caught you, they are not there, so you can get suspended for not even doing something too serious, because this was literally hi, hey, and then a hug. I was going my own way. To be honest, I would have not even answered them, but the boy was already with them and he was calling me back and he was calling my name. And he would tell them my name and they'll come and look for me in the hostel. I'm not feeling the offense form, and I told him not to feel the offense form. We begged these people and they refused. They're like, enter the bus. We enter the bus, like maybe they'll just take us around school, be catching other people, and they'll bring us back. Those people carried us to go and pick the dean of student affairs. This dean was someone we called Baba, because there was somebody else we called Azubike. I will go to that gist. That one caught me like a year back. The dean was like, go and drop them at the base. The base is like a school prison. My school was inside a church. So from the church, there's still the school inside. So the main church side was called Canaan Land, and then that's where the prison was. So we came out of the school gate to the church environment before you enter the main outside. We had to write statements. Till today, I've never been to a police station before, so I think should that count as me being to one? But I don't want to go to one. I beg. We slept there overnight. It was crazy, and there was no bed. There was just a table, and then there were other people they caught. And I heard that if the owner of the school comes and finds you, the chancellor, you're going home straight from there. They usually put people that they want to suspend your expelled, and you can't sleep in the hostel again till your parents come and pick you or till you find your way home. Next morning, thank God, due to my past troubles that I would just about with the former dean I told you about, I had experience with the dean's secretary, so he was the one that came to bail me out. Offense form. We ended up feeling it, yeah. Then he tore it in front of me. I was like, go your way. Because he knew definitely innocent. With that whole thing happening to me, the next day, my roommate moved out of the room, between the room, and she's not even speaking to me whenever she comes to her room. It was just being weird. 2 months, she was sleeping with her friend, and then she comes to follow me online on Instagram. I didn't even accept the follow request. Oh, I don't remember her name. Before I tell you about the second story with the Dane, I'm going to tell you about personal growth. Since it was a Christian school and we used to go to church a lot, which I tabbed sometimes, but not a lot of times. I grew spiritually in terms of Christianity since it's a Christian school. I said to join attendance unit. You know how you have ushering unit in church, blah, blah, blah. We had attendance unit where you go and swipe people's ID cards to show that you attended church. Because if you do not attend church, you would have some issues. Sometimes they might not allow you to write exam. And the good thing about me joining attendance unit is it helped my attendance, first of all. And secondly, I had two friends, one that initially betrayed me, and another of my friend, which I was still close to. We usually go to church together, but since I was going to attendance unit, and I probably like had times I would go and early and stuff, and I would not sit with her, I would sit with the attendance unit team. She and the one that betrayed me became friends, and good thing for them because I think both of them are in Canada now. Someone told me that like last year, so I don't know. God used me in a good way. Academics, I graduated with 2-1. If I was serious in school, university students listening, I'm on your side to succeed. If I was serious, I'd have graduated first class. We're about 21 girls in my course and we're over 100 in our class. It's not actually easy because graduating, we're actually 43 in total, and 34 of us were initial mates. The rest of them were spillovers. So you can imagine more than 70 initially entered. I did well. But at the end of the day, I just felt like I would have done better because when we initially started with 21 girls, I was like the second highest in my class at that time, like 100 level first semester. I didn't have strength for school. And then when you want to come to exam hall, maybe you mistakenly painted your nails, they'll tell you to turn back. Your skirt is too short, or this one, your trouser is too tight. Me, when you get too much back like that. I encourage you to get first class because those that got first class, most of them were able to get like scholarships. I'm not saying those that did not get first class did not get scholarships, but the particular scholarships that I wanted to also like apply for with like students, like them PTDF and some other ones, they were looking just my first class like classmates. It's actually helpful to get first class. Not that if you don't get first class, you will not be successful. Yeah, so let me just about the former dean case and then we'll probably go into our real talk. We had what we call SWEP, where students have already gone home for holidays, but engineering students, we had to stay back in school, 200 level, where you go to different departments. As a petroleum engineer student, you go to mechanical engineering departments, do some mechanical stuff, do electrical, learn how to put a bulb light, paint the road, in civil department. I didn't have the full experience of the SWEP. It was holiday periods, do not forget. And some other students just finished school and they were about to graduate, like 500 level, 400 level. I never knew this guy in my life, but he sent me a message on Twitter, which I have deleted my Twitter account since after then. That was not the reason I deleted Twitter. This boy messaged me. He knows me. He has been seeing me. I'm minor Anita. He has just been shy to talk to me. Now he's a graduate. He learned I'm doing SWEP. He'll be coming to school for his final clearance and we should see. I like, when you're in school, just let me know. He came to the hostel. One of my friends even came, called me like, oh, there's this fine boy. He's waiting for you outside. He said I should call you. And I'm like, fine boy. And I'd never even seen him for. But when I said, he didn't even look that far into me. I went to cafeteria to have fun close to the hostel and the cafeteria is closer to colleges. We ate, we talked. Okay, let's go back. We came for his final clearance. He had to print something in the college. I'm so pained. It was so embarrassing for me. He went to print that out, and I was standing outside the college. EST. The dean did not even see me. That dean that I told you about, the one we called Baba, at that time he was not here then, saw me. He was like, "My daughter, what are you doing here?" Just here waiting for my friend. He went upstairs to pick something. He's doing final clearance. What department? Computer science department. That was the man's department. I did not know. He called somebody on the phone. He was like, we've cleared everybody that he's going to wait here for the person. Trouble is brewing. Oh, I have to come out for here. I know my school very well, very sensitive. I carried myself, let me be going. The man said, "No, don't go anywhere. I'll come here." The guy finally comes up. And the guy took some time, minutes. For me, it was very long because at that time I was already getting worried and scared. His sister is sick in Lagos, so he just came to school. He not knowing that this boy came to school for me. Whether he was going to arrange with security, how they will allow him to kiss me, which I would not even have agreed. I'm just guessing that that was it. I suffered for this thing, no be small thing. Tell me why. Finally, he called the dean, the Azul. Immediately the man came, this boy knelt down, begging this man to not deploy for NYC. Just complicated things with this your fear. The dean was like, I should run to my hostel and the guy should go and sleep in this. Where I slept a year later. I started walking to my hostel. The dean now drove towards me, wind down his car. I was like, I told you to run and let my car not pass you. How? I started running, sha. When I now radio said he was already there, he now said I should go and pack all my things. I'm getting expelled. I started rolling on the floor. This is very emotional. In the hostel, there's a gate to the hostel. So there was a street, then there was Esther Hall. We were doing swept in Esther Hall. And then there were other hostels, main streets. I was lying down on the floor, crying. He should hit me with his car instead of expelling me. Go to the hostel. I now moved to the hostel. He told me to sit at the reception. The hall officer should call my parents. The hall officer asked me my name. I told her my name, but there are so many Anitas. I didn't tell her my son. So God be the glory. Number wasn't going. I should give her my parents' number now. I said, for where? I said, Ma, if it's your own child, would you allow your child to go through what I'm going through now? What kind of wickedness is this? She may be sitting at the reception. She said she went to sleep. This was not even late when this happened. It wasn't up to 7. So from that 7 o'clock that this happened, when it was already getting dark, till almost 12, they kept me at the reception. Woman went to go and sleep. I went to my room to go and sleep. 5 a.m. in the morning, they came to call me from my room that the dean said I should come to his office. CDS, nobody was inside. Obviously 5 a.m. I stood outside till almost 8 before his secretary came. We are the one that they said you should see me. Swap was going on. I missed a whole week of swap. I had to go to the dean's office. The dean told the secretary, I cannot leave the office. It's camera, so obviously he will know. So the secretary cannot let me go out. And I had to sit down there. No food, no water till about 6 p.m. School hours were not going on. This was swept during holidays. So he just came and saw me. I sat down there till the dean came around like 5 p.m. Like, I'm not playing. He looked at me and he went into his office. He didn't say anything to me. 6 p.m. when he now called me to his office and said, God just touched my heart today. Every morning for the whole week, from Monday to Friday, you will report to my office from 6 to 6. No food, no water. You will come and sit down in the office here. Just sit down, like I should just come to the secretary's office and sit down with the secretary. That's how me and secretary became friends. He told me to type 100 pages and explain myself on what happened. I think that document will still be in the office till now. They put a ban that during SEP that people should not leave school. I didn't leave school. They were allowing people to leave school, which I didn't even leave like during the SEP time, or I didn't have anywhere to go to. People started hating me. And there were rumors anytime I finished my 6 to 6 and I go to my hostel area, start looking at me somehow. My friends started telling me that people were talking about me, that they caught me doing CST building. It was just very sad. The whole engineering, I think, up to 500 students, give or take, just felt like they caught me having physical workshop. I think at that time I had not even done anything before. So, that's pain me. After that, I had to come out in the chapel. They called every of the engineers and advised people not to go to CST building, not to follow a guide to cafeteria to eat, I had to hold a mic and talk. I did my 6 to 6. Students in other departments had not finished their clearance. So they were coming to clear to stamp with the dean, sneaking in apple for me, drinks. The secretary could not give me anything. Mr. Carlo, he was a nice man. He didn't even send me go and print this. He was doing it by himself. Like the man was just very cool. He's a very light-skinned man. There is more to my university experience, but I can't talk about everything just now. Next week, since I'll still be talking about university students, because I said that I'm going to give 2 episodes to the university students. I'll talk about my party life and maybe a bit of my relationship life. I know I spoke about my first relationship in school. I'm not going to tell you if that was my first relationship. Our real talk is about an 18-year-old girl in the university. I don't mean she started university when she turned 18, but at this point in her life, she was 18. She hasn't done any physical love. And in the journey of having friends, she made one particular male friend. Hi, bye, how are you? Have a little talk, nothing too much. In school, social media, a new semester came on, school resumed. For some reason, she could not get into the hostel that particular day. She decided to stay in a hotel-like vibe for the night before she'd be able to check in because they didn't allow her to stay in the hostel. In this hotel, she starts chatting with this boy. He had already resumed school. Inside his own hostel, chatting, she said, oh, she's also in school but couldn't check in, so a hotel in school. I was like, let me come and visit now, let's chat. And with a free mind, nothing in her heart of hearts. Do not forget, this girl is still from Virginia. This boy comes to her room and they just talk casually as friends. Time went on and it became late, and he said, oh, they probably have locked the gate to the hostel, so he will not be able to enter. She didn't even want him to stay, but she didn't have a choice. You came to see me, and me, I didn't even remember too that time had gone. You can stay. And then they slept on the same bed. Later at night, he starts to touch her, kiss her neck. She was saying, no, she did not want, she wasn't ready. This is how she wants her first time to be. She was charming. This is not how she pictured herself. Yes, she wanted to wait till she was 18, but that 18 that she has turned now, is it really this person? Everything started being awkward. Both of them, their body got each other to allow him. Him too, he did not even have experience, so the thing could not even enter properly. Imagine me now, I'm like almost 10 years older than that person. So, yikes. Oh my god, I'm so old. She knew it wasn't all the way, it was just surface level. She is now confused if that's her first collabo. They were both scared and feeling somehow, so it didn't even get up to a minute. And then her next relationship, that was when she broke her hymen. Does that count? She wants to know who actually was her first time, who actually broke her virginity. She doesn't know, and it's something she would want to know. She wants to be aware of herself. Self-awareness is a very big topic because I didn't know there was this part of self-awareness to actually explore. I don't know if that's how you left Virginia, but yeah. Children, don't play. Just wait. Find that amazing love of your life and just have an amazing time. I just feel like these are the kind of things that you will not forget. And this is something you want to forget. You know, you don't have to please anybody. And after that, the next day, he left. She and the boy, they're still talking, chatting, like trying to be normal, but friendship wise, she doesn't even know where he is. They don't talk, and this is not so long ago. On our real talk next week, we are going to a more deeper level. If you can, I will always preach it, abstain, because it's not necessary. Yes, I know as a human being, you have these emotions, the hormones, you'd have a good memory of it, more self-respect for yourself. This will actually help you, your self-awareness, your self-esteem, at a higher level, your self-actualization. It's something she still remembers instead of confusion about it. But just let it go. That's what I'm going to advise you. Who was the first? Who was the last? Is it a story you want to tell your children? Is the one you're with now? Is it the one you're going to end up being married to? Maybe someone can help her in the comment section and clarify for her, because I do not know how to clarify this for you. Other university students to see this, and don't put yourself in a situation where you would have to do something with someone you don't want to. I said I'm going to talk more about relationships in my next episodes and partying. University relationship, it's not worth it. But at the end of the day, my final year, relationships worked for me. People end up marrying them, which is actually a 5% chance in the whole world. All my relationships at some level in school, under my 300 level, they were probably like just distractions. pay attention in school. I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.